Alright, so how's everybody doing today? It is the 30th and it's about 1:30 right now. So yeah, I haven't been online in quite a while. It's not that I haven't been doing anything, it's just that I've been too busy. I have a lot of videos to edit and go through. And just revamped my seed box. Excuse me. So I've got it right here, and I'm just kind of watching it. And I also increased the speed of my internet. I'm now at the highest speed available. It's 110 megabits/10. So that should help. At the same time, I was running wireless around the home. I had the router off over into the living room. Well, I have since changed that. I moved the router and modem to the computer, and I've got my laptop here, so I am able to run directly to the modem. That should improve latency and connection. So yeah, I mean, done some little improvements here. I need to get a better camera. Next, that's gonna be next. So anyway, if you haven't seen these my live stream before, basically while I am editing and processing videos for YouTube, I do a live stream since I'm right here, and that gives anyone opportunity to interact with me, ask me questions, whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter. Pretty much anything goes. So if you are a subscriber of my channel, obviously you're watching this. So with that in mind, I have a lot of videos to edit. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to them all today, but I will certainly try my best. I want to remind everybody that this coming Saturday, which is the 5th, I do have a Hangouts on Air live stream that I will be doing, so your opportunity to video chat with me if you'd like. And that's at 7, I think, Eastern time. But anyway, so I do have that coming up. But yeah, so lots of videos that I have to do here. Lots of videos. I've just been so busy, and my wife actually left to go shopping with the kids and with my mother-in-law, so that's the only reason I'm able to sit down and do any of this stuff. Otherwise I'd be with her and the kids right now. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Again, you can ask me anything. I'm switching back and forth. So I may not see your comment right away, but I'll certainly try to answer that or get to it as quick as possible. Yeah, not really all that much else to say, I guess. So again, if you're just tuning in, I'm editing videos for YouTube. I have a lot of videos to edit. I'm not sure that I'll be able to get to them all today, but I do live stream since I'm at the computer. I do live stream while I'm doing this so that you have the opportunity to interact with me. So what I'm doing is, because I started doing that picture-in-picture stuff, I have my 360 camera that has a view 360 obviously, and I cut out a shot on me so that I can do picture-in-picture. But I have to make sure they're in sync. So basically I'm playing both of them at the same time, listening to the audio and lining them up so they match, obviously, so it doesn't look stupid. But sometimes it's hard to get that right on. I'm looking at getting an extension for the camera, and instead of having it on my face, what I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to try to put the camera kind of behind me a little bit, maybe up above, so that you can watch and actually see what I'm doing. But again, I'm trying to figure that out. I need a better camera before I do anything like that. On a side note, the SP360 camera software was just recently updated, and it does make things a little bit faster, but still, when I do extraction, which is the picture-in-picture shot, it's still really slow getting that processed. Hey, Master GTX, how you doing today? I'm glad that you got your tire pressure sensors fixed, but yeah, not cheap. Mine were replaced before I bought my car because there were new tires put on it, and surprisingly, they ended up replacing those. So I've got a good 3 years left on them before I have to shoot. Sorry, the live stream cut out. So I got a good 3 years left before I have to worry about getting those fixed. Trying to get this video edited down. The conversation I'm having in this video is sincerity, as far as when people say things like "have a nice day." Here in the States, it's really, really common to, especially in retail or any services, you know, conversation, whatever. So I'm kind of talking about that a little bit. And how we say it but doesn't mean anything. So I'm just getting that video edited right now. Obviously there will be a 360 version of this video as well. I'm actually going to have two videos on this topic. The first one, which I already edited and it's uploading. The first one is when you say "have a nice day," and then this second one that I did the following day is the signs and billboards and things like that to say, you know, "have a happy holiday" or something. I start discussing that as well, and whether or not that means anything to anybody or whatever. Okay. I know this is kind of boring, so again, I'm working on ways to make this a little bit more interesting. Sitting here watching me just edit a bunch of videos isn't exactly fun, but I'm brainstorming some ideas to make this just a little bit more interesting. I don't have the live stream followers that a lot of these other YouTube publishers have, and that's fine. So the interaction obviously isn't going to be nearly as much. Alright, so this video is basically done. I still have to listen to it to make sure I didn't say anything or do anything stupid in the video. Sometimes I'll get mad at somebody on the road and go off on a tangent and just kind of, I guess, be like that. So if it looks ridiculous, then I'll cut it out. Or if I sneeze, you know, that happens. Who doesn't ever sneeze? So nobody wants to hear me sneeze or watch me sneeze. So things like that, I try to get those things cut out, do my editing. I need to change up my title a little bit so that it reflects the fact that I've got a Facebook account now. So anyway, I'm listening to that video right now to make sure that's all good. Perfect time to answer any questions. Hey Nicholas, how you doing? It's good to see you. Wow. So, what was that 9 o'clock there? Good. So what have you been up to? How's the weather over there, by the way? Cold? Yeah, I'm tired too. It's the end of my work week, and thinking about getting a nap in here. My family's gone at the store with the in-laws shopping, so I'm thinking about getting a nap. This would be a good time to take one while nobody's here. But I wanted to get a couple of videos done before I took a nap or anything, because I've been lacking on those. Yeah, we had some cold days here not too long ago, and now it's starting to warm up a little bit. I'm actually trying to figure out why there's only about a 15-second delay now, I think. Trying to figure out why that is. Despite the fact that I have a better connection, I don't know why. That's my cat, by the way. I don't know why there's such a delay. Yeah. Cat always does this. Cat's a lot more clingy after I've been at work all day. You got any animals? Pets, dogs, cats, reptiles, anything? And I'm curious, in your country, when you're at the store or the market or whatever you guys call it, when you're there, when you check out with somebody, they check you out, do you hear them say, or did they say have a nice day or take care or anything? Is that something that's common over there? Well, girlfriend is fun enough, right? Alright, starting to dig your claws into me. I think you're going to get down for a little while. So they never say things. They never say things like "have a nice day" or anything. You consider that to be offensive or rude? If somebody were to say to you, "Hey, have a nice day," a stranger, despite the fact that you're shopping in their store or something. Not so easy to have a pet in the city, huh? Is that a government restriction or just room? Not enough room? Well, I've actually heard in other countries that it's considered to be rude to tell somebody to have a nice day because you don't. That's almost like lying to somebody. At least that's what's believed. That when you say "have a nice day," you don't really genuinely deep down inside mean it. It's just bleh that comes out of your mouth with no feeling behind it whatsoever. Hey, Carson, how you doing? Now, see, in a restaurant, I can understand because, you know, you're coming into their kind of establishment and you want to say, hey, welcome, you know, welcome, I guess. I don't know. I see it more appropriate in restaurants than I do in, you know, a retail establishment, I guess, a supermarket or something. I don't know. I don't know why I feel that way. I just do. But I have a whole discussion on this on the video that I am just now getting ready to process. So it takes usually about 10 minutes of video depending on how long it is to process these videos. This will be the non-360 version, and then I have a 360 version coming up after that. it's not very common here in the States to actually own an apartment. It does happen. There's, you know, some of the bigger cities like Chicago, Los Angeles, places like that. It's you know, it's not uncommon there, but out here in this area, we typically rent apartments versus actually buying apartments. Carson, my wife drives a 2005 Buick LeSabre Limited. That's her car. I've had a couple videos on it, not too much. Okay, so this is what's weird about Facebook. I'm still trying to figure out the whole, I don't remember what Facebook calls it. It's kind of like a sub page, like a fan page or something. I'm still trying to figure out how to work that. At least on the mobile device, it doesn't work very well because I see the notifications, and as soon as I click on the notifications, it just brings me to my fan page. It doesn't do anything else. Yeah. I'm curious, Nicholas, if you don't mind me asking, how old you are. All right, I'll definitely add you for sure. If you sent the message, I'll add you. Don't have to worry about that. 29. That's a good age. Just 4 years younger than me. Just wait till you hit the big 30. Ooh. I remember when I hit 30, it was like, well, you know, no big deal. I didn't, it wasn't like I thought to myself that I'm getting old or anything. It's just another year. I don't really care about birthdays anymore, personally. I think my family cares more about them than I do. It's just a day to me. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. You might give it a thought about how you're getting old, but no, still got plenty of life, depending on how well you take care of yourself, I guess. I'm gonna run over and check Facebook right now. This video is still processing. It's about halfway done right now. I don't usually use Facebook on my computer. I prefer it on the mobile space. I don't know why. I just do. All right, Nicholas, I see your messages, but you know, you sent them actually when I was at work. But yeah, so this is the first time I've actually ever used this interface before. It's different because I've never had one of these entertainer pages before. It's just something new, that's all. What's the language? I'm curious. I think I asked you this, or did I ask you this? What language? What language you speak? Windows 95. That's funny. I still have an original DOS 6.22 install set with the certificate of authenticity and Windows 3.1.1 or 3.11 still sealed in the box, and it's so funny looking back at some of that stuff. Swedish. Alright, gotcha. Yeah, hopefully you'll have time. Carson, other side of what, Canada or the other side of Sweden? Canada, huh? Whereabouts in Canada are you? It's beautiful up there. I wish I live in Michigan, so I'm not actually that far from the border. I'm actually about a 2-hour drive from the Canadian-Michigan border down to Detroit, and the only reason that I've never gone to Canada is I've never gotten a passport. That's it. And to be perfectly honest, I don't see why America and Canada should have a passport system. I'm not saying that things shouldn't be checked, but all I'm saying is that passports shouldn't be required for Canada and U.S. crossings. I've seen some interesting YouTube videos actually. Canada and U.S. border is the largest unguarded border in the world, and I've seen some of these videos on YouTube. They're really interesting. You've got these pylons, or I don't know what you want to call them, but they're markers is what they are in some states that border with Canada, and there will be a road that'll be going down literally on either the Canadian side or the American side, and the only thing separating the two lands is the little pylon things, and it's kind of funny because some of them you can't even see. They're in, you know, a bunch of brush or corn. You're in a cornfield somewhere or whatever. And this one guy was doing some videos on the Canadian border and the American border, and he was literally standing in front of one of these, and he was stepping on one side of it and then on the other, and he was, you know, making some joke about how he was able to cross the border without a passport. And what I found really funny is that some of the comments that were made on that video, like, well, as soon as you step foot on, I think he was Canadian, but he said these people were saying, as soon as you step even 1 inch on American soil, you're trespassing without a passport, and, you know, all this other stuff. It's like, come on, guys, are you serious? Really? I don't think the government takes it that serious. Yes, you have checkpoints and so on, but if you're going to put your foot over, then I don't think anything's going to happen. I really don't. They were telling him, you shouldn't do this on camera because you're trespassing. And it's like, come on, really, seriously? But I think it's amazing that Canada and America have basically a huge unguarded border. I'd love to get my passport and be able to visit Canada. I know quite a few people who live in Canada, but I just, I don't know, maybe it's a money thing, I'm not sure. Could be, I guess. Alright, this video is done. Let's verify that it processed properly. Alright, so that video has been properly processed. So now it's on to the 360 version of that same video. This is a little bit easier to do because basically what I do is I take the audio from my camera phone, my Note 4, and I use that and patch that into the 360 camera, because the audio, the microphone on the 360 camera is really not all that good at all, and it sounds so much better off of the Galaxy Note 4. It really does. So I use that instead. So I just link the audio and the video together, and Sorry if you're typing. I'm trying to get the audio synced up on this. Since I know that I don't have to edit the video as far as take anything out, then I don't have to sit and listen to it, and I just got it synced up. So I'll go ahead and finish splicing that off, make my adjustments for my fades. I like to fade in on a video and fade out. Got the audio linked up so I can mute the audio from the 360 camera. And I go to the very end of the video and make sure it's still linked, synced up. Looks good. I gotta apply my little fix so that the video doesn't have that black spot on it. Basically, I just stretched the video down slightly. Audio's good, video's good, and I'm gonna chop the end off here. Alright, we're all set. This video is processing in just a second here. Got my custom resolution, 1920 by 960. And off we go. Okay, so I'm back. Yeah, I use Mobile One only because I'm not really... Valvoline oil is okay, but I prefer Mobile One, and I always use the 020. It is more expensive, and in the wintertime, you know, it tends to move around a little bit more, I guess, when it's cold. It doesn't stay as thick, but I prefer it that way. And as soon as this video is done processing, I'm actually going to take a break for a little while. I'm going to take a nap is what I'm going to do. Get one now while I can before the kids come back. So I got a couple of minutes here if there's anything you wanted to talk about. I've got actually about 6 minutes. Yeah, it's about it's about $35–40 for an oil change. I use Royal Purple oil filters. Kind of hard to get, actually, for some reason. It's just always been that way. I see YouTube started this new live gaming portion. I guess it's okay. I'm not too much into watching somebody. I know I'm doing this live stream and saying that, but not too much into watching somebody live stream a game and so on. You know, I guess it's okay. I don't know. It's, I've heard several ways that all the oil doesn't matter and the oil filter doesn't matter. I don't know. It's probably true, but I just prefer to spend the extra couple of bucks and get some really good oil and a really good oil filter. I don't know. It's just guess what I've always done. Probably paying too much, but oh, see, yeah, you get free oil from work. Yeah, you're lucky. Lucky that you can do that. I certainly can't. Yeah, I've got about another 3 minutes on this video processing, so I'm gonna go ahead and start my sign off. Been up for about an hour, actually, almost an hour. Yeah, so Nicholas, I appreciate you sticking around for this live session, and I hope you have yourself a good day. Everyone else who watched, I hope you have a good day as well. If you have any suggestions, definitely let me know. I'm really brainstorming on my Dreams and Memories channel, really brainstorming on the live stream, trying to make it better. Maybe have an intro that goes along with it, something like that. I mean, I'm looking at different things, but it's just been so hectic the past 3-4 days. It's been so busy setting up this seed box and getting everything tunneled properly, and so yeah, just kind of just been busy. But I might be on later tonight for a live stream. I'm not sure. We'll just have to see. So, all right. Well, hopefully everybody has a good day, and take care, everyone. Signing off right now.